storage solution. I went to Staples today and found this really cute. It's the Staples mini binder, and it's called the Staples Better Binder is the brand name. So it actually fits 8.5 by 5.5 sheets of paper in it, which it took me a second to figure out when I was cutting things, but that's actually a regular standard sheet of paper cut in half. So if you were making an A2 size card, that would be that first cut that you would make at the 5.5 mark on the 11-inch side. So what I've done is it has a nice little pocket in the front that you can personalize things. So I cut out a piece of pattern paper to put in the front just for a little bit of personalization. I will probably cut out something with my Cricut to put on top of that, but I really liked this paper. It's from the Die Cuts with a View Black Currant line, and I really liked that. The inside of it has a nice clear pocket for storage. It also has a customized spine that you would change from the inside. So I have mine done there. It just says stamps. I was trying to sit down and figure out how many stamp sets I actually have stored in this one binder, and I think it's probably 8 to 10 full-size stamp sets and probably another 5 to 10 Studio G dollar stamps as well. I also went ahead and purchased the hole punch that went with it. The box looks like this, and it has a 6-sheet capacity. It's a 3-hole punch, and it fits perfectly in with the rings. One thing I did again, I was on the slow track today. It took me a second to figure things out. It does have a lip on this side, so when you go to punch your paper, you want to make your paper flush with that lip. If you're cutting it at 5.5 by 8.5, you want to put the 8.5 side in, and they actually really did think of everything. At first I was trying to make this part even so that it would so that the holes would be even, but they really thought about that. And if you make it flush with that black plastic piece on the end, then it actually puts it proportionately to where it needs to be. I don't think, yeah, so there you can see this is an 8.5. So pretty close, and it does space them evenly, which is really nice. This week, today's Monday, it's August 25th, 2011, and they actually had these binders on sale. And when I was looking on the internet, I'll post a link to it, this is apparently a new product that they're carrying in the summer of 2011. So that these binders are not available for sale on the internet yet, but they are carrying them in some stores, and there was a button, I'll post a link on the blog, where you could click to see which store had these binders already in stock. For the sale price, I think the binder was around $5, and the hole punch I think was around $3 or $4. So it was pretty reasonably priced. As you can see, I've already filled it up. I probably will purchase an additional one just so that I can continue adding to my stamp collection, because crafters know that once you add to it and start your stamp collection, it really does not stop. So what I've done is I had a little piece of scrap that I just used for this smaller set. And as you know with the clear stamps, that when you store them, with the way that they're mounted is that they are mounted so that they are reverse or upside down. So I've actually put in an 8.5 by 5.5 piece of cardstock in between each stamp set. So that way, when I flip it over, I can see I can read the words the correct way. As you can see, I haven't quite filled all my pages up yet, but the nice thing about this particular set and doing it this way is that I am storing, all of my theme stamps together. So this is just a plain alphabet that I had, and so that came as a set all together. But as you flip through, I can show you. So here are all of my congratulations stamps. So it's nice when I'm making a card or a project, I can flip straight to that page, and I'll know that these are all the congratulations stamps I have, and I have a little bit of room to grow, which is nice as well. You can see that the pages turn relatively easily. I do have some stamps that are pretty close to the holes, so I may need to go and kind of adjust and tweak that. The transparencies that I got are made by 3M, and I got them at a local office supply store. They were less than $10 for 50 sheets, so you may need to shop around, but I just used regular 8.5 by 11 transparencies and cut them in half, and that gave me 2 sheets out of one of their standard sized ones. So you can see I have them pretty loaded up. One other thing I found when I was at CHA at the Super Show this past week in Chicago, I came across a company called Tailored Expressions, and actually the main reason why I originally purchased this binder is because I saw it and I said, I wonder if it would fit in her 3 hole punches already. This stamp set came in this really nice piece of plastic, and it had 3 holes already punched. So I took a risk and got it, and lo and behold, it fit perfectly. And so I decided that I would go ahead and convert the rest of my stamps to a similar storage solution so that I would have quick access to them without having to sort through. I had been storing them in clear CD cases, and that worked really well for the time being, but when I purchased a new stamp set, I ended up storing them all together. And so when I sat down and really started reorganizing them, it was nice to be able to see, well, I really do have some options, but for right now, this seems to really work well. So that's all I have to show you today. I hope you enjoyed it, and let me know if you have any questions. Thanks for watching, and happy crafting.